But I see me. I don't see you. Matter of fact, I don't even hear you if you're talking. Notifications. There we are. Hey.
Taking a minute to figure it out, man.
Technology, man.
That's what I'm saying. So what's going on, guys? If you're watching this, we're just doing some testing here tonight. What you got there?
Apple juice.
I like it. I do too. But no, dude. So, like I said, I don't think anybody's even in here, which is fine. It's a little bit different getting everything set up on here.
No, I'm sorry. It's Canada. We're huge in Canada.
Yeah. But no, dude, I was going to show you while we're live real quick. You can actually see this. I guess it don't matter we're live. Check them out. Those came out. They almost look like those
good ones, right?
Power worms.
Yeah, those are those Mondo worms, right?
I believe so. I got 2 of those. What do they call? They call those the Yoda worms.
Yeah, the Yoda worms.
Got a package of 2 of those. Decent little jig.
Is that the Trash Master? No.
I'm not sure which one it is. Decent. It didn't really tell me what all it was. Of course, it was a bass panfish kind of combo. So there was a few things for panfish. Got a couple little worms, little jig for get in front of the camera.
I don't know. I'm like looking over here like I can actually see past the frame.
And then there's a little spinner. I don't know, light reflecting on it.
Okay, that's like a crappie jig right there.
Yeah, dude, it's a caterpillar. I've never seen a caterpillar before. But those for the panfish, and then came with some hooks. Obviously, this is a package of 3 offset hooks for them plastics. Got a little spin bait, spoon, whatever you want to call it.
The blue fox that you use.
Yeah, that's
there.
exactly little tiny spinner.
Okay.
And then obviously it's a smaller rattle trap, but it's the little Guggen.
The clutch, the mini clutch.
Yep.
Okay.
And then little koozie. And then I know you'll love this because I know you love stickers.
Oh, that's awesome.
But dude, for $10, I mean, come on.
I think I'm gonna stop by there tomorrow and get one.
Yeah, when Jess got me that, that's what I told her. I said that Guggen right there. I was like, I know that's not $10, but I was like, that's at least half.
We went in today and we got stuff we didn't even. They weren't. You would think that stuff would be with the fishing stuff, you know.
You would think so.
While on the subject of show and tell and all that, I found it. This is what I use.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll focus or not, but it's premium reel oil. It's Bass Pro Shops brand. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking I was using that other stuff, but I like this. Yeah. If you want to, I can bring it tomorrow. You can use it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
I ordered some. I was watching a video. It's Lucas, Lucas Oils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they make a fishing reel oil, and
really?
Ordered some. It'll be here tomorrow. Curious to see how that works. But
it's super simple to break. What do you have? You have some Abus and you have some Lus, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't have any Lus. I got God Almighty. My mind's coming to a blank. I'm checking out on my phone here, making sure we don't have no green screens. And dude, it looks good. Sorry, getting sidetracked. I'm just checking.
For those watching, the green screen issue seems to be prevalent with StreamYard. I don't really know.
Yeah, StreamYard and using on your phone, it seems like when you use camera. But it's the Quantum. That's what I have. I have that Quantum.
I imagine they probably break down pretty similar to the other ones. But the only one that I had an issue with was, I think it was my Luz Classic Pro. It was kind of hard to break down, but the other ones are really super simple.
Really? Yeah, that's. I was watching a fella. He didn't get too in depth on breaking it down. Obviously, the worm gear and all kinds of stuff there. But as far as the internals, he didn't get too crazy. He broke down the spool and stuff. He says he's been doing it for a long time, but
it's really simple. And once you break them apart, there's really not a lot in there. Matter of fact,
what's up, Matt?
got an Abu right here. See if I can remember how to do this. Hold on, I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, okay. Right here, you got the guide. Take it, slide it over. It's an old reel. Hold on. There it goes. Take it, slide it over, pop it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
see, that's what he was doing. He's putting a dab of oil down in there, and then on the spool itself.
You know what? This is an old girl. Might as well go ahead and do it since I got it apart.
What's going on, Matthew? We're just in here just doing a test. Me and Texas Wilds here, we do a podcast called the Wiley Rooster Boys. Been playing with the idea of doing some lives when we start up next, chapter 3 of the podcast.
I should probably jump on here so I can see the chat, huh?
Yes, yeah, I forget. You probably can't see that. But old Matthew, he's I don't know if you've seen his channel, John. He's pretty decent. He's got some pretty good content.
I don't know that I have. There we go. Ooh. All right, what's going on, Matthew? Sorry, Matthew. I'll be sure to check it out.
You always see this Joker. He's on everything, man. I always see him on Backwoods. Seems like a pretty good dude. But now we're just testing out this live feature, trying to get some bugs worked out.
I am.
We do it for real, you know.
I'm technology illiterate myself. It takes a lot for me to figure stuff out.
Dude, it took us like 10 minutes just to get this dang thing going.
Right.
But oh, nice. You said you were doing a video on that, weren't you?
Ooh. Put that on backwards, maybe that.
Yeah, I believe that's what he was saying. He was going to make a video on it.
The only time I made jerky at the house was in the oven. And
it's already posted? Well, my bad. I haven't looked. I guess I need to get on and check you out, man.
I've only ever done it in the oven, and it's just it ain't. It's still good. Don't get me wrong, but it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, so it's
still good, but it's not the same as in a dehydrator. I don't have a dehydrator. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
No, dude, this is working pretty good at this. I can't believe I forgot about the channel. 24 hours, man.
Yeah. What's going on, Elaine? Is that how you say that?
I believe so. But yeah, that gummit. Mine's drawing a blank. Found a dehydrator for $2 at a garage sale. What? Dude, that's a steal.
Yeah, it is. That's awesome.
That is a steal. What's going on, Ugly Dog? We're not doing anything too crazy tonight. We're just in here shooting the bull, doing some testing for lives down the road. When we was it the Wiley Rooster Boy channel? We're going to be doing lives of our podcast, so we're just trying to iron out some of the work.
Well, I mean, and also, since you guys are watching, I guess we can go ahead and tell you guys now that we're planning on doing a live video. What is today? Wednesday, right?
Doing one Friday.
We're going to do one Friday. Yeah. We actually are we doing live? Are we going to do live?
I figured we would.
That sounds good. I mean, it may not be at midnight. I understand. You guys probably have more important things to do at New Year's than sit here and watch us too.
Hey, what's more important than talking about fishing?
So you got a point. That's a good point. But we're going to be doing a live, and hopefully we got some plans set out for Friday, and if our plans work out, then we'll definitely have some good content to talk about. Adult beverage, that could be anything.
Absolutely.
Myself, I like apple juice.
You talking about your link for your YouTube, Matthew? If so, man, you have to bear with me. We're still learning how to run this thing.
I don't know how much of that we thing. I don't know what I'm doing. You got this going, man.
This is all learning curve. It really is. I've done it just a couple little times, played with it, but oh, someone asked for a link, huh? I got you. I didn't see that.
I'm gonna be honest though. This is we've been. Some of you may know we have our podcast, the Wiley Rooster Boys podcast, and it's been almost a month and a half, 2 months, I think, since we went on break from that. And I gotta say, this is nice. Being back in the saddle, being back in the Wild workshop.
Yes, sir.
I've kind of missed it. I really have.
Yeah, no, that's no joke, man. Can't wait. Really can't wait to start. We ain't quite there yet, but we're getting there.
Well, I mean,
it's crazy that season 3 is about to start, dude.
I know, right?
Isn't that wild?
Due to time constraints and all that stuff, some of you may know or may not know, my twin boys were born November 19th. So I've kind of been on hiatus from everything. And, I've had to take a little step back because, to me, family first, of course. And not that I don't love you guys. And that just fell and all that. But, got priorities.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to find somewhere to put this thing.
But, dude, I can't wait. We were telling you guys we're going to go out, or we're going to do a live Friday evening. But Friday, we're going out. Going to get the last fishing in of the year, man. I can't wait.
And, and it's fitting. The last day of the year.
Yeah.
We're going to go somewhere where we should be able to kill it.
Should be able to. Don't know how much on video, but we'll definitely have pictures.
Yeah.
It'll be nice. Dude, and that's what's awesome. I'm starting the new year, too. We're doing the Christmas, the next day on Saturday. For New Year's, that's kind of what we're doing for family Christmas is then. But you best believe I'm going to be at that tank fishing. Start that new year out right.
I think my screen's reading wrong because according to my screen, it says we've only been live for 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a delay when it comes.
Okay.
That is not right. Yeah, it looks like we've been up for about 13 and a half. So.
Okay. That's to say, man, that's wow. Am I that boring? It's drove by that slow?
Dang. Did it get that muddy, Matthew? I stepped in on that little bit of backwoods, and I heard you guys talking about it's pretty muddy over there. Because ain't you over kind of close by? The old backwoods, he just did like a surprise live. He was out doing some catfishing. When I got home, I happened to get on. I was going to check out some videos, and there he was. So. But no, that like I said, that real oil should be here tomorrow. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, do you want to bring that anyway?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't know why I told you, that the other one's supposed to be in tomorrow, but I mean, I've seen Lucas products before.
Hey, it works in engines. I don't see why it wouldn't work in fishing reels.
Yeah, it should work good. Same state, okay. Did you guys get a bunch of rain, or what's going on up there? But yeah, I'm real curious. Real curious. You always see those gear things, in the parts store.
Mm-hmm.
It always seemed like good stuff. I've never used it.
If anybody's wondering, behind me, there's a bunch of empty slots over there. That's because I got them all set up over there. All right. it looks weird knowing or seeing it now on camera. It looks weird to me that my rod holders are almost empty.
Yeah.
I should have fixed that.
It's
Aesthetics mean everything.
Right. It's been nonstop rain, though. That sucks, man.
We could use some of that down here.
That's what I was gonna say. Like we're starting to get pretty dry. I mean, we had that little rain this morning, but it wasn't enough to do anything. You know,
It barely wet the roads, man.
Yeah. It's getting pretty dry down here in Texas. But where we're at. Oh, give me a second. You getting a bunch of rain too, ugly dog? Or were you saying it's dry where you're at? Dude, I wouldn't mind getting on a cat Friday.
You're telling me, man. Man.
I can't.
And I'm thinking about hitting up that because you got those two relatively in the same spot, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, they were relatively close in the same spot. I mean, it was within 30, 40 yards probably of each other.
Man, I'm thinking about taking my catfish rod out there, but that's just extra stuff I got to take, and I don't really want to.
Yeah. Ugly Dog says, okay, yeah, he has a drought there too. And Matthew says, usually this time of year, I'm live bait fishing for northern pike, walleye, smallmouth catfish in the river, especially pike. Absolutely, man. I don't know if you know this. I'm actually born and raised in Nebraska, and dude, it was always walleye, pike. Well, that's what was awesome about meeting Texas Wilds there. You know, he kind of got me going on bass, and he's relatively new to it too. But that was my first year, and fishing's fishing. It's addicting either way.
It is.
Man, I miss pike and walleye. I really do. I absolutely miss it.
Well, really, just anything outdoors.
Smallies, I really haven't caught that many smallies. I caught a few in my life, but not a lot.
I have a delay on my on the comment.
Ugly Dog, you're a funny guy. He says, gets much drier. We're gonna have to start putting flea collars on catfish.
Okay, that just popped up. Yeah, for some reason I'm having a delay on my on the chat.
Yeah, all right.
Hmm.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm just ready to start being outdoors again. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love raising my boys and all that, but I'm itching to get back out there, man.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Well, it's like me and you were talking today, dude. Sorry, I thought I seen chat pop up. Talking about the kayak, dude. I'm itching for it. I don't want to get my kayak out bad. Catch fish with mites on them from time to time. Yeah.
Like I was telling you, my kayak, man, I gotta pressure wash the old Bonnie. She's filthy. I feel bad for putting her up like that, but I was in a rush. I don't remember why, but I remember I was in a rush for something. I had to get it put up real quick. I don't remember what, but yeah, it's bad.
And that was from when you went to Edelman?
No, that was from whenever I went out to Pioneer.
Pioneer, okay.
Yeah, it was all that red.
I forgot you went up there. I forgot that.
That was a good day. That was a really good day.
What'd you catch that day?
I think I got 15.
15? Nice.
The biggest, I think, was maybe 3 pounds, though. And that's not bad. 3 pounds still a good fish. But on one of the bodies of water I was on, about 80% of the body of water was covered in vegetation. Like if you want to get through that, you want to get through that, you had to use like a 1 ounce weight just to punch through all that vegetation. But out there in the middle, there was this hole, probably about 10 by 10. Man, I was about 50 foot from it in my kayak, and just every cast I would cast and just land right in that hole. Yeah, probably about 4 out of 5 times. Boom, boom, boom. Just hitting them. It was great. I loved it. Whenever you can target them like that, man, it's a good feeling. You're like, I'm the fish whisperer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I fish out of a Pelican Catch 120. At 120, that's 12-footer, ain't it?
believe it. And that's the gray, I think, gray or tan. And they have like a ridiculous weight limit on them. It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
How you liking it, Matthew?
What's going on, Matt?
What's going on, Backwoods? 11.5 foot. Okay, it's orange.
I
Nice.
think that's the one Billy has. Pretty sure that's the one.
Is that the one he has?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's orange. Okay.
What's up, Backwoods? We're just doing a test tonight. Just figured we're trying to iron out some things before we go live for the Wiley Rooster Boys. So, just playing around is kind of just kicking it. He says, "Yeah, 11.5 foot." See, you're gonna laugh at me, Matthew. Right now, all I got is I got my little lifetime Tahoma.
Hey, it gets the job done.
It does get the job done. Obviously, I plan on upgrading, but I wanted to make sure it was something I was going to stick with, and I got a pretty good deal on that kayak, so I just snagged it up. Not had fun on it, but there's obviously a lot of things that I'd like to have. The one I'm kind of looking at is the feel free.
You're putting it out there. Okay. I didn't know we were doing that yet.
Yeah, I think I'd already said it before.
Okay.
Feel free lure. I was looking at the 12
V2, right?
Yeah, V2. Yeah. I was originally looking at the Big Fish 120s, and I really like them. But it's not much more money. You get a little bit more creature comforts, and that's kind of what my thought was.
That's what I love about my Bonnie, man.
Dude, that Bonnie is sweet.
Matthew saying the seat sucks in it. Man, that Bonafide, I got the SS 127. I can fish in that thing probably 10, 12 hours.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, that thing is nice. It will, and that time we went out to Sunshine Lake, I got up and it's stood no problem, man. I mean, you feel comfortable standing up.
Mm-hmm.
I
think honestly that one of the best features about that is the fact that you can stand up. I'm not talking about being able to stand up to fish. Let's be realistic here. You're out there on the water for hours at a time. Mm-hmm. You need to pee.
Yeah.
So stand up and pee off the kayak, and I mean it's great.
You could be like me that time we went out to the state park. And I come rolling up in them reeds. I didn't think there was anybody there. I roll up in these reeds, guys, and I'm sitting here struggling trying to get out of the front of this kayak. I don't know if you've seen them little lifetimes. There ain't much room.
It's very audible. The whole ordeal is very audible.
Well, I'm trying to get out, and I just happened to look up, and there's a little trail that was right there, and caught it at the right time. And here comes this guy walking. He's just sitting there staring at me as I'm trying to get out. And I was like, man, I'm glad I wasn't in the middle of doing my business. But.
And you had my camera on you, didn't you? You were using my camera, and I'm really glad it was off. Yes,
you're right. I was.
Yeah.
He says, I fished in a little $150 kayak for 2 years.
Hey, it'll get the job done, man.
Gatorade bottle. Hey, it works, man. I mean, it's something you got to deal with.
It's real life stuff here,
Exactly. But little $150. Well, that's what I'm saying. That lifetime I have, dude, I ain't going to talk down on her. It's been good for what I needed. I've had that thing out in weather I shouldn't have had it out in.
Yeah, you're telling me, man.
That first time we took it out, me and this guy, we were out in the lake, and that wind picked up, I don't know, what was it, 15, 16?
No, it was probably like 30. Like
it was white capping like crazy. It was calm when we got there, and we paddled all the way across the lake, and then that wind picked up, and it was just white capping like crazy. And
the kayak, we're getting plunged into the waves and
diving.
We were out there. We were probably about, I don't know, third of a mile, half a mile out, and it kicked up. And Rooster, he's probably about, about 40, 50 foot from me. And I was like, we gotta go. This is dangerous. We just started paddling like crazy, man, trying to get out of there. And it was rough.
It was fun. Yeah, it was rough, but it was fun. Cold, man. It was cold. It was early spring. That water was still real cold.
That was the morning that we hit the water at like 28 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, it was cold.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because we had our scupper plugs. When we started hitting them white caps, man, I had to start popping them scupper plugs because like you said, we were just diving.
That was the day that I tried to use I was using my fish finder for drop offs, and fish were all over the place on those drop offs. And I'd drop it down there. I was jigging. They weren't interested, man.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't care for that lake. I'm not going to put the name of the lake out there because if you guys want to try it, by all means, go for it. Don't let somebody else's.
She's fickle. She is fickle.
Very.
She's real fickle.
I'm still going to
fish. I fished it was my best time, and I caught 3 dings, and that was the best of them. But I've seen nice fish pulled out of there.
Just where are they? You know, I mean, I saw them on the fish finder. Well, and you can't judge size of the fish by what I have anyway. You know, if it was like Panopticus and something like that, yeah. But I'm using a little Garmin Striker 4, and it gets the job done. I mean, mostly what I use a fish finder for is probably just temperature, depth, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not actually. I guess you would say I'm not really using it to target fish. I don't know how you'd explain it. I don't know. It's helpful, but it's not a deal breaker.
You're right. I was sitting here reading Matthew. He says, I've hit under bridges from storms, been blown across the lake, sunk a kayak in the rapids, bounced off rocks. The list goes on and on.
I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet.
Yeah, no. I ain't there yet, but you'd still love it.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's fun.
It is.
I don't know. Like I said, that's why I bought that little kayak. I just wanted to get my toes wet and make sure it's something I was going to like. But if I could do it all over again, I would have never wasted the money on it. I just would have.
Well, and they say never buy your first kayak. They say always buy your second kayak. Yeah. And unless you're me, then you buy. What did I get? I had the Lifetime Tamarack.
Yeah.
And then I bought the Perception Pescador Pro 120, which was a good kayak.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and rant on that. The design is stupid. The keel is like such a fine, hard point in the back. You're not dragging that kayak without tipping it over and losing all your gear. That happened to me so many times, and I just got fed up with it. So I put it on Facebook to sell it. And this lady, she was like 4 hours away from here. She said, I want it. So she drove all the way up here. She met me to buy it. And she showed up in a little bitty Honda hatchback. It was a small SUV. And she pulls up. She's like, all right, man, how are you? Such and such. And we, exchange pleasantries and all that stuff. And I'm just looking at her. I'm looking at her car, looking at her, looking at her car. And I'm like, this ain't going to work. She's like, no, trust me, I got this. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. And I offered to help her. And she's like, no, I got it. Okay. And she did. Now, granted, she did not close that hatch, and she had bungee cords holding that kayak in place with the back hatch of her car open. She was going to be driving for the next 4 hours south. But, yeah. Hey, I made the sale.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You got her sold. And that, like I said, that Bonnie you got, that was the best thing. I mean, that kayak.
Oh, yeah. The bonafide is definitely, that's worth it. If you guys are on the fence about wanting to get a bonafide or something like that, man, get off the fence. Yeah. It's worth it.
I'd like to get one, but.
Well, your heart's somewhere else. I mean, and the kayak you're getting is very comparable. I mean, I would say they're almost one and the same. I would say the Bonnie has a couple things that yours doesn't, and yours will have a couple things that mine don't.
Yeah.
Like your wheel and the keel, that's awesome.
It's going to be nice. Let's see. Matthew says, if you're learning to fish out of kayak, I don't suggest any river. Start with the lake or pond. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I've yet to put my kayak in a river. I want to.
No, absolutely. And granted, ours river ain't too bad. What you guys have up there is probably a little bit different. The Brazos ain't but a couple foot deep. So
that's at high tide.
That's high tide, yeah. Yeah,
a lot of times you'll be dragging your kayak. I remember one summer we went tubing, and we had to walk and drag the tubes for probably 80% of that
really?
Trip. And I never went back.
Yeah, so that's never fun. Stability is better than speed.
Absolutely. 100% agree with that.
Yep. Well, that's I don't know if you've ever seen the Big Fish 120, Matthew. Check that thing out. It's pretty affordable kayak, really.
What are they, like 7?
It's like a barge. What's that?
They're like 700, I think.
When I was first looking at them, yeah, they're like, I think 800 actually.
Okay.
I think you could get the 10-footer for 7. I think is what it was.
You ain't flipping that thing though.
No, dude, that thing is like a barge.
You're by yourself anyway. I mean, you run up on some rocks or a log, maybe,
Yeah.
but even then, I doubt it.
And see, that was my concern, was how hard is that thing going to be to paddle. But when we were at that tournament at what was that lake called?
Marine Creek.
Yeah, Marine Creek.
Yeah.
And I seen that old boy that had one. I was talking to him, and I mean, he was doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
He said it wasn't bad. It actually glid through the water pretty good. He's like, yeah, it's a little slower, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that
feeling ugly. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hi, man.
Later. And speaking of Marine Creek, man, that's another another place that is irritating to me. Because, guys, we fished this tournament. There's a kayak tournament, and the big fish, you know, the big bass pot, the winner, I think, was 15 inches. I believe it was 15 inches.
What's that again? Sorry, I had to.
It wasn't the winner of that big bass, 15 inches.
Dude, yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was 15 inches. That was terrible.
The guy that had the most, by length, was I think it was 31 inches. It was 3 fish, 31 inches.
Yeah. I mean,
I won. It's not on the wall, but I won a reel that day. So I mean, it wasn't a total loss.
No, not for you. Wasn't bad at all. But I mean, it was springtime, and we went to this lake. We had high hopes, and it was terrible.
It was
absolutely terrible. Like, we swore off this lake. We're not going back. And it happened that we were talking to a guy we work with, and what was he saying? He was saying it was like a trophy.
That's on the Lunkershire or something like that. That lake is it's got some record bass in it or something like that. And
we didn't see it. I mean,
no. And the biggest thing about that day that we were not informed about, there's gators in that lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife, she paddled over there and she got in the water and she's getting out to go up to use the restroom. I mean, that would have been an interesting little tidbit of information to have, knowing there's gators in that water.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, we're Texas boys. I don't know much about gator other than it is delicious. I don't know their behavior. I don't know how they react to humans, stuff like that. So it could have been nothing. But
yeah, my kayak is on the heavy side, so I do use small ones going in places where I have to carry a boat for release. Yeah. That's like Matthew. We got this lake. We went to, I don't know, 3-4 months back, Lake Graham, and dude, it was absolutely beautiful. You wouldn't have thought it was Texas. In my opinion, I didn't see it as Texas. It reminded me of something like Florida or something like that. I mean, gigantic, big old lily pads and these little fingers and creeks and stuff that we went up in.
Well, if you guys want to see that lake, the video is on my channel in Texas Wiles. It's I think it's called Lake Graham, A Good Day for a Comeback.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's the thumbnail is my bona fide, but you guys check that out, and it's got some unexpected twists in the video as well.
Yep.
Just watch it if you want to.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful lake, absolutely gorgeous. And then you guys, the way this lake is, so you have Lake Graham, and then like literally right next to it, there's a little crossing of water too. It's a coal plant, ain't it? And they got a coal plant on the other lake, and that's the cooling pond, but it's called Lake Edelman. And I didn't get to go with you there, but you went and tried that one. It sounded like you guys had a good time too, but it's about the same. It's got a bunch of factors.
Edelman, the conjoined lake to that. Guys, I was using a bleeding chrome red-eyed shad. You know, I'll tell the story. I was using a bleeding chrome red-eyed shad rattle trap. I'm up in this in the creek, and something just folds my rod over. And I'm like, oh, this is a PB. This is the best bass I ever caught. I'm fighting it for about 90 seconds, maybe a little more, and I get him close and it breaches. It's a catfish. His mouth is probably about that big, huge. And at that point, as I rolled my tongue back up, put it in my mouth, I'm fighting him. He's going, bringing him back, going, bringing him back, and I get him right beside the kayak. I'm about to reach down and gill him, pick him up. He jerks one more time, and he straightened out the hooks on my rattle trap, and he got away.
Kitties ain't no joke, man.
Broke my heart. What I would have done with a fish that size in the kayak, I don't know, but I wish I could have found out.
It'd been fun. It'd been
That was the day that I wasn't recording either. I went out there, told myself that, you know what, I want to go out there, I want to fish, I want to have a good time, I don't want to have to worry about camera angles and all this stuff and this, that, and the other, and then that happened.
Absolutely, yeah. Old Matthew said he got you a sub.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like I said, John, check out some of his stuff too.
I will.
He's got some pretty cool stuff. But I guess, man, we've made this test last longer than I thought.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get ready to call this done, guys. Did some jug lining from a kayak. Got some pretty good bloopers. I bet.
I need to start saving my blooper stuff and make a whole blooper reel.
Absolutely.
Because there's plenty of them.
Oh, absolutely. It ain't perfect all the time.
Right? Realistic.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, we don't have a time yet. We'll post it and let you guys know. But Friday we're planning on doing an official live from Wiley Rooster Boys.
Yep.
Countdown into the new year.
Yes, sir.
But it was fun just to hang and talk, test this out, man. It's worked out pretty good so far. Definitely had some hiccups, but we got it, I think, figured out. So.
Yeah, I think we got it under control.
Yeah. Appreciate it, Matt. Appreciate you stopping by. Everybody else, I don't know who else is even in here. I think everybody's probably left, but appreciate everybody that stopped in.
Yes, sir.
Till next time, I guess.
Yeah. God bless, guys.
Yep,
See you.
See you. Have a good one.